Hi, besties. Welcome back to another episode of My Emotional Support Besties. I'm with my bestie, Reed.
And I'm with my bestie, Tori.
And we're back together. It's been almost 2 weeks since we recorded.
That's
2 weeks.
wild.
I know.
I didn't like it.
You left me for a long time.
We are recording this after talking for like 2.5 hours.
Correct.
For the first time in person since when? What day did I leave? Oh God.
2 Fridays ago.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. We had about 2.5 days together when I got back, and then you were gone.
So we had to catch up a bit.
Yeah, we needed a bestie sesh. Had to share all of the things that were too personal to share on here. Sorry. But
TMI
we're caught
stuff.
up. We're caught up on that stuff and ready to share the rest with all of you. How was your trip? How are you feeling?
My trip was so great. I was just telling Tori that for some reason this past week felt like it went so slow in the best way possible.
Yep.
At least for me, because I was on vacation.
Yep. It went slow for me, but not in a good way.
Yeah. But it was weird because I felt like every single day just felt like the longest day ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want this trip to be over. Oh, we're only 2 days in. Oh, we're only 3 days in.
That's a good feeling on vacation.
I know. I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Good.
Mexico City was absolutely incredible. Everybody I talked to before we went was like, you're going to fall in love with this city. And I didn't really know what to expect, except for was hoping for some good food. Definitely got that.
Love it.
And yes, I did indeed fall in love with Mexico City. It was incredible. And then we had city time. And then we also went to Puerto Vallarta. So I got some beach time too. Got sunburnt. So last week, Tori was sunburnt.
Yep.
This week, I'm sunburned.
That's right. That's right. That pale skin.
That pale skin.
She was thawing.
Well, and it was funny too because we were walking around and one of the guys that was on the trip was like, hey, do you want to borrow my hat? Do you like need sunscreen? I was like, oh, I'm good. I can usually feel when I'm burning. I'm not burning.
It will always take you by surprise.
I get back to the hotel and my arms are just bright red.
Yep.
Definitely
usually how it goes.
Should have accepted that.
And they like get in the shower and they're like, why does this hurt?
It hurts.
You step out, look in the mirror. Whoop. Clifford the big red dog. Here I am.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like having to carry a backpack and stuff was so painful.
Yes. And it's like embarrassing
Yeah.
to walk around with a sunburn because you're like, I feel like a child.
I felt like a child and it was uncomfortable. And I was wearing a high neck tank top when it happened. So then when I was wearing like a different tank top, it was just like really bright white chest and red arms.
Ah, what a look.
It was such a good look. You know, the thing about me when I go on vacations too, that I think is really funny, especially since this vacation, it was city and then beach, is I like me a little fake tan right before I go on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like to feel...
You feel yourself.
I like to feel myself. I do a little fake tan beforehand. And so the beginning of the trip, I'm like, wow, look at me.
Yep.
I look so nice.
Yeah.
I look like I got just a little sun kiss. But that had all worn off by the time we got to the beach.
Fair.
So didn't really work out. Instead of most people who go on vacation who get progressively tanner on vacation.
Yeah.
I get progressively paler on
I
vacation.
understand. Yep.
As my tan just sheds off of me.
I will say though, I appreciate a tan more in my clothes than I do a swimsuit.
Tell me more.
Like I would rather have probably been tan in the city.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it elevates an outfit and you weren't in a swimsuit. So I was like, ooh, but for some reason in a swimsuit, I don't care as much. I don't know why.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that because I think while I'm in my swimsuit too, there's a practicality to it.
Yes.
When you have a fake tan and you are in the ocean, in a hot tub, in a pool.
Yeah, it's coming off.
I'm like, this shit is just coming off of me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But I feel like it adds an accessory when you're already trying to like look good in an outfit. But like in a swimsuit, I'm trying not to think about my body, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, I'm here for the sport of it. I'm here for the fun of it, the beach. I'm not even really thinking about it, but I'm probably getting sunburn. But when I'm like getting gussied up, in the city, I want a tan.
Definitely agree with that. Also, that makes me think about last episode when we talked about your ocean excursions and all the fun you had, and maybe some of the practicality of swimsuits.
Yes.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Did you not heed my advice?
I didn't heed your advice because I wore like one of those bikinis that it's just like it's almost like a diaper. Okay, it's not a diaper, but it's like almost
ruched.
Ruched in the butt, correct? Yes, but I felt like I was wearing a diaper because it lays flat and then you tie the sides, almost like you're like, putting on the Velcro, or the little flaps for a diaper.
Yep.
So like diaper bottom, and also you just tie on the top, tie it at the neck, tie it around the back.
Yep.
Yeah, those waves, they just really push the swimsuit right off.
Yep.
Not practical at all. I wish I had a Speedo swimsuit as per your advice.
Yep.
Next time.
Yep.
Next time, we're going Speedo swimsuit.
Yes.
Goggles, snorkels,
flippers. Yep.
100%.
I'm into that. I am into that.
Nose plugs. I need the nose
Such a good
plug.
idea. Practical. At what point do we hit, maybe it's around this age.
I think it's right now.
Like when people hit an age where it's just like, screw your aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm going practicality. I've been on this earth too long. I know what is a burden when I'm doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I will wear my nose plugs. I will wear earplugs, like swimmer ear. The little clay. I used to wear those as kids because I used to get swimmer's ear all the time.
Oh.
My goggles. Like that just simply could make the experience better. Why aren't we doing it?
Better, and may I add safer, because when I was swimming out in the ocean, I hate getting my eyes under because I'm very sensitive to the salt water.
Ew, and the taste of it too.
It takes so much more energy to keep your head up the entire time you're swimming. Yep. And at one point, I'm swimming and we were trying to get back onto the beach.
Yep.
But we had to go horizontal to then go on the beach. Everybody's swimming ahead of me and I'm starting to get a little bit exhausted. And in my head, I'm like, oh, this is how you drown. You get tired. And I was like,
yes. That's why if you're starting to get pulled in a current, you float on your back so you can save energy.
That's what I did. I ended up turning around and I swam like an otter. And I also yelled, guys, wait up. And I said, I'm going in.
The panic.
I'm going to the beach. I don't care if this is the right spot to be going in.
Yep.
And I did. And it was fine. Everything was fine.
Good.
It's just, I was really tiring myself out by just keeping my head up.
Yep. Are you buoyant? Do you float?
No. So you know how you told me and the listeners last week that you float so well.
Yep. Almost too well.
I don't float at all. And it was making me so mad because one of my friends was just laying there floating. Her feet are up, her belly's up, her boobs are up, everything just horizontal in the water. And I was like, I'm trying to do that because I'm just treading water at this point. I was like, I want to relax and do that. Couldn't.
No.
Couldn't.
I don't think I told this on the last one, but we were really I was too buoyant and they were trying to get us to go under this log that was under the water. Couldn't do it. I literally could not get down that low.
Well, you know what? That sounds dangerous. They shouldn't have told
I know, but it was like this whole thing where it was like, this is a challenge, like push off from here and then see how far from the one push you can do to like get under the log. I was missing it by feet. And it wasn't actually that far under the water. But it took too much strength to try and like swim myself to the bottom of the cenote and then get under it. I was like, screw this. I don't even care. It's fine. I have a superpower. I'm buoyant.
It is life-saving.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? I'm not trying to be challenged while I'm swimming because swimming is already a challenge.
Amen. It is.
It is.
Life's a challenge.
Life's
I'm not trying
to
be thrown more.
No, I'm not trying to go under logs.
We're already in fight or flight mode. I don't need this.
Seriously. Gosh. Yeah. But I was very proud of myself that I swam in the ocean because typically I avoid it.
Yep.
I had a bit of a philosophical moment in the ocean because I'm swimming out there. I'm also swimming with two people who like grew up swimming in the ocean, and I grew up in Oregon. You don't swim if you are us,
yes.
you don't swim in the Oregon coast ocean.
No, it's too cold.
It's freezing cold. You could if you wore.
It's also dangerous.
It's dangerous.
There's a lot of sneaker waves.
I'm not interested.
No.
But it's definitely more of a foreign concept to me. I'm not as comfortable with it. But I did it, and I was so proud of myself.
Yeah.
But I kept wanting to, avoid getting my head to go under.
Yep.
They told me that the best thing to do, though, is as a wave is coming, if it does seem like it's too big or it's about to crash, that's when you go under. And you just go under.
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely not. I'm not going under. I'm going to swim out farther.
Yep.
So I avoid the crashing.
Yep.
So I kept going farther and farther out. And then I said something that I was like, I got to write that down, because I was like, who am I?
Oh.
I was like, this is kind of life.
Yeah.
Challenges.
Yep.
If you don't want to crash in the wave, you got to go head first.
Hey, I like that.
I was like, you got to, if you don't want the challenge to be even harder, you got to go towards it.
Okay.
Because that's something I need to learn in my life. Because you know what I do? I just avoid a challenge until...
And then the wave hits you.
I can't.
Smack in the face.
Till I'm tumbling onto the beach.
Yeah.
So...
Or you're smacking right into somebody's bare ass.
I'm keeping that in the noggin.
Yep. That's smart. It's very smart.
I'm
really proud of you for that. Your poetic moment.
That's what world travel's for,
That's right. You're like, call me Rupi Kaur. I'm inspiring with these poems.
I'm trying.
I love it.
Wow, but how was your week with the babies?
Well, it was perfect, except for you guys weren't here. I wouldn't say like other things were like perfect about the week. It wasn't an extraordinary week except for the puppies. I thought I was already obsessed with them, but there's a new level of like ownership of them as their aunt that I can't even explain to people. I cried multiple times just thinking about how cute they were.
They truly are the cutest.
They're perfect. Oh. I know you said last episode too, you were like, if anything happened to us, they would go to you. And the way that I just was like, I could raise these as my own. I could do it. If they don't make it back,
they're in such
they're going to be
hands.
taken care of. It was a really sweet week. But something really funny did happen. So while Reed and John were gone, and I've told no one this because I knew it was going to be really good to share. An exclusive for the pod. While Reed and John were gone, they had to get their siding redone on their house. So there was guys here the first day that you were gone, and we thought they had wrapped up. So I was like, oh, they only come during the week. They said they were going to be here today, whatever. So I'm like, okay. And it was like, it's annoying. You had to do it too. You get it. We had to leash them up to take them to go to the bathroom because the people were in the backyard and the gates were open, whatever. So Saturday morning, it's like 7:20 in the morning. Corduroy was up, needed to pee. And I was like, okay, let's go. So we go out there. I'm like in my pajamas. My hair is all crazy. I let him out there. And then I come inside because I have to pee. So I'm inside going to the bathroom, and then Cordy came running into the house, and he's like in the bathroom and like barking, and I'm like, what's happening? So we go back out there, and I'm just standing on the porch, and I'm like, why are the dogs being so weird? And Ruby's just staring at me like, all of a sudden, from the side of the house, this man appears, and he's like, hello, and I'm like, hello,
intruder.
Hello. Like that, like, hello? And he's like, hi, so sorry. Like, I'm just working on the side of the house. It was Saturday at 7:30 in the morning. Why was he here?
Oh my God.
And I was like, did Reed and John know about this and just didn't tell me?
No.
Yeah, and I was like already annoyed at the fact that Corduroy had to pee at 7:20 in the morning on a Saturday. But I was like, this is fine. It's going to get my day kick-started early. Like, whatever, who cares? I looked chaotic. Also, the dogs are like jumping all over this man, barking at him, freaking the hell out. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Thank God I wasn't just wearing underwear and a t-shirt. I had shorts on.
Wow.
So I will always do that now when I walk outside. I'm not going to ever just wear my underwear and a t-shirt. So I'm out there, and it was like my brain wasn't working yet because I had no coffee, and I've also been awake for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm standing out there, and it was like I just froze, and I just was letting the dogs jump on him because I didn't know what to do. For the next 5 minutes, chaos just fully ensued because anytime I would try to go grab Corduroy,
he ran away.
He would run. Cordy kept trying to dart out the side yard, but either I'm going to give myself a lot of credit that he didn't want to leave my side, or he was just so enthralled by this random ass man that was in the backyard that none of us were expecting. Also, it felt like a really long time, and I wish there was like camera footage of this because I think it probably was only a minute long, but it felt like an eternity to me where I was like battling my like barely conscious mind and then like this man, and I just had zero clue what to do. And Ruby also was just like, she would bark at him a little bit, but then she also would be so scared. And Corduroy was just jumping. And I'm like, this man,
what was he doing?
Hate dogs. He was like holding his paintbrush, just like that, just standing there, like frozen,
scared?
Maybe. And he was like, okay, puppies, like, okay. And I was like, he's not mean. He's just barking at you. He's not gonna do anything, I promise. And he's like, okay. And I'm like crouched down because I'm like, if I lunge at them,
he'll run again.
He might run. And then I was like, the side gate. And the guy like wasn't acknowledging that. I was like, can you please? Because my biggest fear was them running. And so I was like, can you close the gate? And he's like, stress. So then in my head, I say nothing to this man. I run inside to get cheese. But I said nothing. So he probably was like, oh, she's gone. Yeah, like, good luck with the dogs. Thanks so much for watching them. So I run inside and get cheese, and I'm like crouched on the ground, like, come on, Cordy. And like Ruby comes because she's just so loyal. And then all of a sudden, Ruby darts over to where she likes to go to the bathroom and is just pooping, probably out of pure fear. It's like, I was like, oh, she literally is shitting her pants because she's so panicked about everything that's happening. And she's looking at me so scared, like side eye, just crouched over pooping as Corduroy's like riding around, like trying to decide if he wants the cheese or to attack this man. And the guy's like, I'm just going to walk over here. And I was like, yeah, it's a great idea. So he like walks over to the steps in the backyard. And then I finally grab Corduroy. And then he's like, okay, well, I'll only be about 15 more minutes. I'm so sorry. And I was like, oh, it's fine. And I like have both dogs by their collars because he's like, I'm going to go close the side gate. I'm going to finish with the gate closed. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, okay. And then we just go inside and we get in here and we're just sitting on the couch. And I'm like,
what just happened?
I don't even know if Corduroy went to the bathroom. But I'm not going out there until that man is gone. And so I was like, we're dealing with it.
Wow.
But also he was there for a solid minute before the dogs realized, because I let them out and they didn't acknowledge it at all and like ran over where they normally go. So I think Cordy did go to the bathroom because he ran to his normal spot. But I was like, I just want to know from that man's perspective what he saw, because my hair was like curly and unruly because I had just slept on my wet hair the night before, like sticking up everywhere. I'm not wearing a bra. Baggy shorts.
Oh my god.
I would look like Adam Sandler.
That's so funny.
It was chaotic.
Also, it's so funny that they didn't clock him at first, because
I know
those are the same dogs that when they can like get a smell
yes.
of the rabbit, there's a rabbit that lives under our back shed. When it comes out, the dogs will be inside and like run to the back door and be like, let me at it.
Yes.
And they didn't clock a whole man.
And like the fact that he was right outside the windows in my apartment. And I'm wondering if Cordy did hear him and that's why he woke up early.
Oh.
But then didn't really acknowledge what it was. Once he got outside, it was one track mind, I gotta pee. And then all of a sudden, but it was funny because he came to get me.
Cordy did.
Yeah, he like came in probably to be like, excuse me.
There's a man out there.
There is a whole ass man in this backyard, or what are you going to do about it?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But then he was out and he was like, I'll take care of it.
Did it make you feel a lot more safe with them? That like Cordy's got you?
Yes. Ruby, no help. That's okay. But her help is emotional support.
She's the emotional
support bestie.
Yeah.
Corduroy is, he's the muscle.
He's absolutely the muscle.
Cordy's the muscle. It made me think, though, about one time there was a pest control man.
Oh, my God.
And he came into the basement where my apartment is, but he was in the laundry room. And he's, like, poking around, whatever, looking at traps.
A picture for everybody of, like, what the basement is like for where your apartment is.
Yes. So you open a side door in our driveway, and you either can go up 5 steps and go into Reed and John's, like the main part of the house. Or you can go down 5 steps into the laundry room basement area, which John has now created a beautiful entryway for me, like put up a whole wall. There's a bench out there, everything. So it looks just kind of like you're wandering into like my entryway. But then there's a door and there's a laundry room in there. So you either go straight and you go through my door into my apartment, or you take a hard right and you go into the laundry room. So this man was in the laundry room part, okay? And my door looks very unsuspecting. It's not like I have like a mailbox or anything outside of it. A doorbell, like why would I? It's an internal door.
Anything could be behind the door.
Anything. It could be a closet. He probably thought just a storage room.
Yeah.
It's hard to make sense of what's where when you're down here. I'm sitting here on this couch working. It's like the middle of like a Wednesday. And I'm like on my laptop, thankfully not on a meeting, but I'm like responding to emails or something. All of a sudden, my door opens. And I'm typing and I'm probably looking like a shrimp, you know, like hunched over. I just look over and there's just a man. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone was in here. I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone was in here. And I was like, no problem. He leaves. 2 seconds later, opens the door again. He goes, well, since you're in here, I thought I'd just check. Have you been seeing any pests, any rats or anything been in here? And I'm like, nope. Haven't clocked any. Thanks for checking. He's like, all right, thanks, ma'am. Have a great day. And just shuts the door.
I love thinking about his experience in this.
I know.
Like, could you imagine opening a door that you suspect is a closet?
And a whole ass woman is living in here.
A whole ass woman is in there.
And it's like a full apartment.
It's like Narnia.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell?
God. What if
we should make a book, like a bookcase.
We should put a bookshelf in front of your door and make this Narnia.
And this is like the panic room.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, you'll be Mr. Tumnus.
I'd love nothing more.
Oh.
So that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's really the most exciting thing that happened while you were gone. Yeah.
That's so funny. That sounds like absolute chaos. Kalos?
It's Kalos.
Kalos.
Welcome to Kalos.
Kalos.
It's like Payless shoes, but not.
What?
Wow. Something really awkward that I was thinking about. Can we talk about the fact that's actually happened to me yesterday, so I think this is why it's top of mind. Nothing is more embarrassing than having to shuffle across the street when 2 cars stop for you and then having to acknowledge both of them with your hands.
Just a little. Thanks.
But you have to do it with both hands at once. You can't. I don't do like a thanks, like a one hand raise to one and then turn to the other. I do both hands at once.
At the same time?
And I want to know what that experience is like to see that happen, because when I do it, I feel a intense embarrassment.
Well, why are you doing both hands at once? Why aren't you going, thank you to you, thank you to you?
Well, because they stop at the same time and then I start walking. So I'm like, thank you to both of you.
Okay.
But why? That's a thing that's like, it's not embarrassing, but it feels embarrassing.
It's like when you're walking a certain direction, you have to turn around and you're like, at that moment, it feels like the entire world is watching you.
Yes.
And you're like, how do I make it look like this was purposeful?
Correct. And then I was really in my head after I did it, because I was like,
thank you both. Thank you to both these cars.
I'm like, I don't think these people are going to think about it at all. But I was like, was that the stupidest thing that I've ever done? But I do it every time.
Oh, that's funny. I want to see you do this.
Yeah, it was pretty. And then it's also like, I think just the shuffle across the street.
Why are you shuffling?
But you know what I mean? Like, do you run? Do you walk slow?
Whenever I cross the street, I'm always like, eye contact with me.
Yes.
With the driver, I'm like,
please make sure you stay stopped.
See me. Hey, we're good. We're good.
I think that's why I pause and then do the 2 hands. So I want to make sure both people were intending to stop. They realize I'm there. Let's go.
And I don't want to give a wave unless it is,
Yep.
You're actually stopping for me.
Yep.
And you deserve my wave.
And nothing will make me feel guilt like driving, not really paying attention. Someone was waiting to go and then I still drive so they can't go.
Oh, I feel so bad when
I see my rear view.
Oh my gosh, that person was trying to cross the street.
And I'm like, you're a piece of trash. You are a piece
such a
of
bad
trash.
person. Oh
it feels like a social construct that you stop, especially in Portland.
Well, that is for sure. That was something that was kind of hard in Mexico City. We couldn't really grasp onto what the rules were in terms of crossing the street.
Yep.
Because there were very, very few like pedestrian crosswalk lights. Yep. And you really had to go on vibes.
Vibes and vibes alone.
Where it's like, can we cross? Are these people going to want to stop for us? There's no car right now, but I don't really understand how this car turns.
Yes.
There was a lot of running.
Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
And probably also being annoying because we probably shouldn't have crossed.
I mean, I feel like we get away with it a lot jaywalking in America. And then I'm really aware of it when I'm in other countries that I'm very much not aware of pedestrian law.
Okay, and especially in Portland, because it's not just in all places in America, because Portland is unique. You, as a pedestrian, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you are the superior because you're on foot and not in a pollution creating machine.
And you can just stop traffic.
Yeah.
Anytime, anywhere, and you're like, it's cool. I was once in Cleveland with John and his family, and we were waiting to cross this really busy street, and nobody was stopping. So I took...
You're like, what's this trash?
I took one step into the road to, signal, hey, we're stopping. And him and his aunt, both pulled me back, and they're like, they will just keep driving. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, no. Portland's created an ignorance in us that may get us killed.
I'm not in Portland anymore.
Oh, I mean, it's the kind of place where you're doing that. People are stopping. You're going on hikes. You're saying hi to every person you walk by.
And every dog.
I mean, just the fact that hiking culture is a thing is very Portland. But yeah, every dog. I'm saying hi to every dog. I did. Sometimes it pays off because one time I did meet a very happy corgi and his name was Spencer, and I still think about him on a weekly basis. This was like 6 years ago.
That's a really great name for a dog. Spencer.
I don't know why it was so cute, but also it was a hike with a lot of switchbacks, so you couldn't really see when someone was coming. So all I saw was the corgi, which also was a little bit alarming because I was like, where are your people? Where's your humans?
But what if he...
And then I just heard, Spencer! And then his humans came out and they're like, oh, so sorry about Spencer. He really gets ahead of himself.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what a sweet angel.
What if you were hiking and
I met a man. Oh. With a dog. Oh.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad Spencer's daddy wasn't like a zaddy. But no, what if you were just hiking and a wild corgi just appeared? That'd be amazing.
Did you know the folklore about corgis?
No.
I don't know what this is based around. I only know a little bit of it. That they were designed to have fairies ride on them. They're basically like their beast for battle. They head into battle with fairies on their back.
Now.
I know. So cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
so cute.
Here's why I think Mexico City might be like my very favorite city I've ever been to.
Okay.
The most dog friendly city I've ever experienced.
The pictures, they were so cute.
Y'all, dogs on every block, every corner. And
Reed will clock them. She'll find them. Yeah. I find babies anywhere I'm at. I can just sense them. Reed finds baby dogs.
I love dogs.
She finds the 4-legged babies. I find the 2-legged.
But not only were there so many dogs, and also everywhere. Every restaurant, they were at the restaurants. They were
this sounds like paradise.
In the park. They were also the most well-behaved dogs I've ever seen ever. I'm seeing these dogs that I'm like, wow, my dogs could never. There were dog walkers that had 7 dogs, just walking them. They're all casually strolling. But then we're walking through this beautiful park, and there's just 8 dogs laying down with their dog walker, just laying there peacefully watching people walk by.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God, these dogs in the stores, dogs.
I have a new goal
dining.
To be a dog in Mexico City. That's how I want to be reincarnated.
100%. And they were so cute, and
the babies.
I loved it.
Oh, I love
that. I couldn't stop squealing every time I saw a dog.
I love that. Something that Reed discovered last year, and then I witnessed it while in Europe with her as well. There are dachshunds
weenie dogs
everywhere in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense, I think, a little bit based on space.
Yeah.
In a lot of European countries, right, there's a lot more people per capita, and they live in smaller spaces. So tiny dogs are practical. But oh my God, so cute.
There's so many.
There
were weenie dogs in Mexico City. I also saw a few corgis in Mexico City. Oh. There was this older woman, probably 70 something. She had 6 chihuahuas walking around. They all had a different sweater on. And I was like, I want to be you.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
It was incredible. It was just truly magical. And I was like, okay, how could I get the dogs here? How could I let them see Mexico City and feel the love?
Yeah. Every time I see a dog walker with that many dogs, I picture in my head, like I play out in my head them being dragged by the dogs.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all I can think about is if one of those gets the zoomies and takes off, everyone's going with it.
I don't know how you train dogs to behave like that.
And like, is there like a training session or like a rehearsal for that before they take on another dog? Because like, there's a lot of dogs I've walked that I'm like, they could never. It would be a disaster.
Corduroy.
Yeah.
Corduroy
too much.
barely can even do it with Ruby. He can barely even do it by himself.
So I'm like, what kind of tests do they have to pass before they can be part of the community, the hub?
Oh, gosh. I want to go back and see the dogs.
Okay.
I love them.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Reed and I were saying our goal is to one day make enough money that we can afford to charter those private jets that you can take your dogs on.
Seriously.
Because I think the goal would be to be able to travel and never have to leave the dogs behind.
Honestly.
And then have enough money that like you could also hire like a pet sitter. If you want to go on a day trip and you can't bring them or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's a corgi that I follow on Instagram that is a traveling corgi. And this corgi flies like first class, like laying in the bed. And I'm like, damn, this corgi just has a life.
The corgi has a better life than me.
Yeah, it's really, really adorable.
Oh. Does it get its own seat?
Yes.
It gets its own first class seat.
Yes, I'm telling you. And it's so cute.
Does this person need a human companion? Because I'm in.
I don't know, but it's quite adorable. Like they'll show it like getting tucked into the little bed on the plane, and it does its little nighttime routine.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah,
I think you're a cynicist if you can't find that to be cute.
Yeah, you can really find anything on the internet, honestly. Like,
yeah.
There's the woman who has like 8 dachshunds, and she puts them in the bed.
Oh, I love it.
And lines them up. They all wear their little pajamas. Oh my God.
What will we do?
Well, you know what this reminds me of? Because we're talking about different things we like to see on Instagram. It's making me think about that lady that that real estate agent.
She is a gem of a human.
Tori and I have been real into this woman on Instagram. We just keep sending her videos back and forth.
We also have it on our manifestation list to have her on the pod. So if you're listening, but I don't remember her handle.
Hold up. I have it.
Well, essentially what this woman does, and it's incredible. We'll make sure we share this too once our podcast's live, because everyone deserves this in their life. She says, yeah, I'm going to take you on a virtual house tour, but I'm taking it to the next level.
We love somebody who takes things to the next level.
Like this woman is yes-anding real estate.
100%.
She said, I'm going to take real estate and I'm going to sprinkle a little goofy on it.
And you know what?
I'd hire her in a second.
I would hire her in a second. Her name is Lisa Dubois.
Oh.
And
she's like in the Midwest somewhere, right?
Yeah, she's in like Virginia or something.
Okay, so she's an East Coaster.
Here. Hold up.
Kind of makes me want to just buy property in whatever town she's in just to experience her. But she posts these videos and they're so silly. And she'll be like, look at this room. Where am I? I'm hiding. And then she'll like pop out and be like, haha, I'm over here. It's so silly. I love her.
Virginia and DC.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, North Virginia and DC. Well, if you're in that area,
well,
I would like you to hire her. Yeah. And then report back.
So why we like her is because she does videos where she will be like, hey, I'm going to take you on a tour of this house and I'm going to show you all the hiding spots.
Yep.
And then it's just a video of her hiding.
Yeah. And then, I love to, like I said, I love when she like hides and then she's like, can you see me? And then she's like, no, you couldn't because there's the hiding spot. It's so funny.
She does some ASMR. She's just... she's a
gem.
She's adorable and so cute, and I want to buy a house from her. I think she's incredible. Lisa, we love you.
We love you,
If you
Lise.
ever want to be on the pod,
seriously,
you are welcome anytime, any day. We'll make an entire episode around you because we really love your content. Keep it up. Thanks for...
She's also an inspiration to all because I want to have that much fun with my work.
Agreed.
She said, I'm not going to fit the mold.
No.
She goes, I'm going to do this work and I'm going to make it fun for me.
Absolutely.
And I hope she's getting that cheddar for that, you know?
It's so adorable.
Shout out to Lisa.
You know what? who I've also been watching. Have you seen Granddad Sings?
No.
It's literally a granddad, and he
God.
sings. Oh, the heartstrings.
What an angel. Is he good?
Yeah, and he's so precious. He's like so adorable, just singing, and oh my God, he's so cute.
Granddad.
And when I was like trying to figure out, like, oh, I need to say this, I need to tell Tori about it. What's his name? And I'm thinking he's a grandpa that sings. His handle is Granddad Sings.
Oh,
yeah.
I love him. Have you seen the retirement house account?
Oh, I love
those people that all live in that house that are retired
That's
together.
gonna be us.
I know.
It better be.
That's, remember, call back to the commune. That's the first order of business for the commune. Establishing a very fun internet presence.
Oh, yeah.
I know we said we were going to be off the grid, but I think that's like we do that, and then like someone drives into town once a week and
for the
posts.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah. They go to the local Starbucks, post it, come back home.
I think what we have to do is we have a commune and we have to film our lives in the way of
give the people what they want.
Of The Office.
Confessionals.
We have to have confessionals. It needs to be a little bit awkward.
I love it.
Because we all are a little bit awkward.
Correct.
It'll be great.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I do think I know probably a retirement home, you know, people probably are like, oh, this is the last hurrah, the last move, the last place.
Or it's the best place.
And
the best
no,
move.
that's what I think it could be the best place. Like, think about it. When was the last time you got to live with your friends?
Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
Like,
correct.
Let's have some fun.
Don't let life get you down.
No, go be wild.
I think at that point, I'm really like back to at what point do you start just wearing goggles and nose plugs because it makes sense? At that point in life, I hope I'm just saying, F them. I don't care.
I think we should do that now.
I know. That's a good point. Because not to be morbid, but like, who knows if we make it to retirement age, we should be establishing that fun now.
Yeah. Because guess what? You only live once. YOLO.
Bring it back. YOLO.
Yeah.
I'm saving up all this money, trying to make sure I'm getting my employer contribution, my matching.
And
to save it for what?
I want to open my eyes in the ocean. I'm going to wear my goggles. I only live once.
Oh, that's metaphorical.
Oh, is it?
You know what? I don't want to be under these waves and not able to see in front of me. I'm going to put the goggles on and I'm going to see my life for what it is.
Wow. That's
they can't put the veil over my eyes.
No. Cuz I'm not going to care what people think about me and my goggles.
Yeah.
My goggles
damn straight
are opening my eyes.
Yep. We put the goggles on
see
to open my eyes.
Yeah.
I put those earplugs in so that they can't take away the things that I can hear. And guess what my flippers are? Guess what's propelling me forward?
Flippers.
My humor. And my joy. And that's propelling me through the water with my clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Is that what they say in Friday Night Lights? Can't be sure. I never actually finished the series.
I thought you just
But Coach Taylor, he's hot. That's what I remember.
I thought you just made that up. I was
nope.
Damn, Tori.
Did it.
That was amazing.
ABC Network or whatever channel Friday Night Lights was on in the mid 2010s.
Wow.
2010. That's who made it up.
In the course of recording this, I have accidentally spilled 2 full jars of water on Tori's floor. I am so sorry. I just had a really random thought that I've been thinking about actually for a bit, but it just popped in my head.
Follow it.
I have no idea why this just happened.
I can't wait.
But I had this thought the other day. Do you think really rich people, like really wealthy people, like big time celebrities and stuff like that, do you think they shave their own legs? Because something about that feels like
That's a really good point.
I can't imagine them bent over shaving their own legs.
Also, like with laser technology, do any of them even have body hair?
That's a good question too.
Well, according to Taylor Swift, remember that Ellen interview?
No.
Where she said, I don't wash my legs if I shaved them. That washed them.
She said this?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think about it every time I shave my legs and then I go to wash my body and I go, do I put the soap on my legs? Is that just redundant?
No, it's not redundant because
But I
shaving
still
cream
do it.
isn't soap.
No.
You need to wash your legs.
But I do
still.
kind of get what she's saying, though, because when you're running the razor over it and stuff,
you're
you're like
kinda,
exfoliating your
removing.
legs. Yeah. So
But
she at one point was shaving her own legs.
I was shaving my legs before my vacation, and as I'm shaving it, I was
Such
like,
a burden.
I was like, there's absolutely no way that like the wealthiest people, the biggest celebrities are doing this. Like, I
Getting
can't
ready for their vacation.
picture them like bent over their legs, laboring over, getting every little hair. Like,
Yeah, they're not taking an everything shower.
yeah, and they're also not thinking about that. Like, I
No.
don't feel like they're like, oh, gotta consider this. My theory was, yes, the laser hair removal, that doesn't work for everybody. Because if you have light hair, it doesn't work.
It's a really good point. Waxing?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking
they probably have
people
an
come to their
esthetician.
home,
Yep.
and while they are just laying there, they're waxing them. And it's probably like a weekly thing.
That's my dream.
My note was, there's no way rich people shave their own legs.
I'll tell you about something that I put down. There's a local movie theater in Portland that is a very bizarre place. And
What is it?
I went there on Friday with Kiara. Kiara. She did comment that she loved that we said that. I was going to say Keeks, but I love that I said Kiara, so you could do that. And we went to see a movie, and she was like warning me. I had been to this place multiple times, but it was like pre-pandemic, hadn't been there in a long time. And I'm like, she's like, good God, I'm not ready for them to list the entire menu for me. She's like, the walk from the entrance to your theater is so deeply uncomfortable.
Where were you guys?
Studio One.
I've never been.
Okay. It's supposed to be like an elite movie theater, but really what it is Chugi TJ Maxx threw up all over, for some reason, themed theaters. The one we were in was Paris themed, which we sent you a picture of. It looks like we're looking at the Eiffel Tower out the window.
Oh, that's what that picture was?
It's basically just like a decal of the Eiffel Tower on a faux window. So dumb.
What?
Anyway, so that was a really, really interesting experience. So if you like home goods, I ask that you go to Studio One theaters and give it a rating. Woof.
Well, this is not the same place where you can do the dining experience where they're making the same meal that's on the screen, right?
That's a thing?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, that I'd go to.
Yeah, there's somewhere in Portland where...
How fun.
I think it's somewhere where there's only like one theater, like one room.
Yeah.
And they do specials where like it'll be the movie, like, I don't know, Ratatouille.
Oh, it's themed. Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah. And then you get like, they come in each time there's food on the screen. They give you the
that's
food.
an immersive experience.
I want to do that.
That's dinner and
Let's
a show.
go to that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Tori and I are going to the ballet.
We are.
We're going to be so sophisticated.
We're going to hear.
And
We're going to watch The World of Marilyn.
Yeah. A matinee.
Honestly, I love a matinee. I went to the matinee symphony last year, and I was like, this is an unlock.
Oh my gosh.
I wish perfect thing to do in the middle of the day.
There was matinee concerts. That would be so great.
I wish there was matinee clubs.
Oh my God.
I'd go out dancing if I was home by like 8 p.m.
100%.
I don't want to be out late.
Oh my gosh.
I have more energy in the afternoon.
I agree. And also, I don't want like my whole day to be over. Like, there's something about like when you go
have
out.
fun after.
Yeah, when you go out at night, I feel this impending like, okay, we're going out tonight.
Yes.
Like, I'm centered around this. I'm getting ready for it.
Yes.
I'm eating at a time specific to be able to go
drinking
out.
caffeine at 8 p.m. Like, that makes sense, just so I can stay awake to be out.
Yeah. So I threw away the time before, and then I don't
Yes.
have any time after. If it was like, hey, we're going out dancing at 3 p.m., great.
Sick.
Sign me up.
I'm waking up at 8:30. I'm enjoying my morning, and then I'm getting ready when I naturally be getting ready anyways for the thing that I'm going to.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put like a full beat on in the morning if I'm not going out till 9 p.m.
No.
And 9 p.m. is even early for some people. Yikes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The club
Tried to go to a club in Barcelona, and we went at midnight, and they're like, sorry, we don't open for 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
2 a.m.
No pussy. I'm too tired for that.
I know. And like, how long are they open? Were they open until 10 a.m.?
I'm not interested. Honestly, I will make a club at home. And
There
I'll
is a
turn on my
club.
music and I'll
Yes.
hang out at home.
There's a club in New York that's open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Can we go next time we go to New York?
Correct. I'll be there in August if you want to come with me, and I'm going to find that place.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Great. And then we'll record live from there.
Live from New York. It's
I haven't.
My Emotional Support Besties, not Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God. I would love it. I would also love running into Bo and Yang there. But I've not gone out in New York. I haven't like gone out. But that feels like my version of going out at this age.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be doing the all night club thing that people do. And they're like walking home at 6. I'm not doing that.
No.
But I'll be walking home with my shoes in my hand. I'm not going to do that on New York streets either. But like at 10 p.m., sick, I'm in. I could even go get a nightcap after that and be fine with it.
You know, that's the thing that like I would love to live in New York simply for a nightcap. Like how nightcap
sophisticated.
Nightcap sounds so sophisticated. It sounds so just like wow.
It's like that feeling when my family does this and it makes me feel like we're classier than we are. When we'll be at our relative's house for something and everyone's like, would anyone like coffee with their dessert?
Oh,
tea?
Slay. That's so sophisticated.
So sophisticated. And it's not even that sophisticated, but it feels sophisticated.
It feels like when somebody comes over to your house and you're like, can I get you any tea?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we
Who
at
are
a
we, British?
5-star hotel? Like,
I know.
what?
Seriously.
Give me some tea. I remember I desperately wanted to be that person and
Oh,
I bought a bunch of tea. I never once offered anybody tea and the tea went bad and I forgot. But
I think we're getting to that age though, because we have a lot more people now that like aren't really drinkers. And if we are drinking, it's like we're sharing one glass of wine between 6 people. We're barely drinking anything. And then of course I'm going to want tea.
Yeah. I will say I did not drink on my entire vacation.
That's pretty good.
I've been doing, well, it started as dry January and I've kept it going.
Dry 2025.
Dry
baby.
2025 because I got a streak. And once I got a streak, you know, I don't want to end the streak because it's just really rewarding seeing that go climbing. And I was like, oh, am I going to drink while I'm on vacation or not? And I didn't. And also a pro tip is if you feel awkward, like not having a drink, what you do is you get a club soda with lime. Because it looks like you have a vodka soda and nobody will question you of like, oh, go get another drink. They all think like.
Or do tonic water if you like the taste of gin and tonics with a lime, because then people are going to smell it and they'll be like, oh, it's gin and tonic.
Yeah, you're like.
Which I don't know why people would be smelling your drink. If you're hanging out with people that are doing that, maybe don't go out with those people.
Yeah,
but
don't hang out
if
with
they
them.
are, foolproof.
Truly.
You don't know.
God, it was a blast.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
What I was going to talk about.
Uh-huh.
When we were in Mexico City.
Yeah.
We went to the Mayan ruins and it made me think about like our 5th grade textbook.
Oh, yes. Hyperfixation.
Because it was wild just being there experiencing these things I've only ever seen in textbooks. This is the best one I can come up with. But do you remember the textbook that I'm thinking of?
Yes, and I can smell it.
I can smell it. I can see it. And like I vividly remember like a certain picture where it's kind of like the side angle of the sun pyramid.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm walking down the main road and I'm just looking and I'm like, wow.
When art becomes life.
When art becomes life. I've been watching the With Love Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Or With Love Meghan Sussex.
Okay.
And I'm obsessed. Let me tell you. I love her. I want to be her. I want her wardrobe. I want her kitchen.
You ever seen Suits?
I actually haven't.
Great actress.
You know what? She's wonderful.
She's
my
beautiful.
Princess. Princess Meghan.
Yeah.
She's my queen.
She's our generation's Princess Diana.
100%. She's incredible. She's amazing. And let me tell you, she really has inspired me. I want to grow edible flowers. I want to dehydrate them. I want to turn them into flower sprinkles. I want to add a nice little bit of love and fun and intentionality to everything that I do. When I'm hosting,
Love it.
I want people to feel loved and taken care of when they come and stay with me or come over. I love her. And I'm sad that there's only so many episodes because I just want to keep watching
It's
her.
like feminist trad wife.
Yeah.
And I'm into that.
And I'm just like into anything she does. Whatever she
Fair.
does, I'm here for it.
Fair. I can tell you something that's not feminist that I've been consuming culture-wise recently. Love is Blind.
See, I haven't watched that in a while. Tell me more.
There was a strong-willed woman on this season, and I loved it.
Was it the woman who said no to the guy?
But I also was witnessing her. Yes. I also was witnessing her, though, like, thank God she ultimately said no, but I was witnessing her, and it may not be who you're thinking of, because Dave, he's a real POS. Hated him. Everyone did. I think we can all unite on that. He just was really manipulative and narcissistic. He also said to her in the pods, he goes, how old are you? And she goes, 30. He goes, oh, so you're unattractive. And she chose to get engaged to that man. It's things like that where I'm like, yeah, ultimately they make the right choice. And yes, I think we can all as women say we've made questionable choices in dating. We've picked the wrong people. They don't align with our values. You stay with them a little too long. But I'm like, this is on national television.
I was just going to say, you're on national television.
And watching the tapes back, you should have known. Red flag. It's scary out here. But there's one girl, and essentially this guy he just kept saying he had no opinions.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It was bad.
And she leaves it.
And she just kept being like, I just love him so much. Like, we can disagree and like all this stuff. And then they get to the altar. No, thank you.
Thank God.
Thank God. But I was like,
how can you have no opinions?
She said, well, how do you feel about the LGBTQIA plus community? And she said, my sister is lesbian and has a partner. They've been together for a long time. It's really important to me that that's an important thing to my partner. And he goes, well, yeah, I have friends that are that way.
Huh?
And she still said yes to this man.
Oh.
I have friends that are that way.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's really bad. It's real bad. But I feel like it's representative of what the dating apps feel like right now.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, we're scraping at the bottom here.
Correct. Bottom of the barrel.
I feel like we could come up with a better concept of a show.
Yes.
Than that.
Yes. But do I like consuming it because it's trash? 1,000%.
Yeah.
I just like making fun of the people. So if you want a good time, watch Love is Blind on Netflix if you are a subscriber. It's a wild, so I like it because it feels like a social experiment.
Yeah. That
I'm just getting to witness as a bystander. And to be honest, some of the women also very questionable. So it's a equal opportunity trash.
I think I came up with I just came up with a show.
Yeah.
I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Dating show. Okay. People with pets.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
You go into a dog park.
Yes.
And all the all the people's dogs are there. Not like, so your dog is elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay. You go into a room of eligible, be it bachelors or bachelorettes, their pets. The parent isn't there.
Okay.
And you see what dog you have the best connection with.
Yes.
And then you go on a date with the owner.
I love this. That's a really good idea.
Who wants to produce it?
And don't steal that idea.
If you this is copyrighted.
I'll be the first contestant.
Okay. Like, could you imagine though?
If I met Ruby.
Oh my gosh. Or if your lover met Ruby, they would instantly fall in love with you. Because they'd be like, this is the one. This is the dog I love the most.
Yerp. You also know how like pets kind of start looking like their owners.
Mm-hmm. So you can kind of tell.
Also.
I mean, the very first message I ever sent to John was about Munchie,
oh, it works every time.
He had pictures with his dog. And I was like, wow, that's the cutest dog I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you know what? Then he became my dog too. And it was the best thing ever.
That's right.
So what would you call this dating show? Puppy love.
Oh, okay. I like that. Is it puppy love?
Is it puppy love? Wow.
Should we get Nick Lachey and Vanessa to host it?
Lachey.
Yeah.
Lachey?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think we should make him host it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm in.
Yeah. Great.
Either that.
Netflix.
Either that or like Caesar Malone.
Stop. That'd be so. Wait, isn't he canceled? I think he did something.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I take it back.
It's fine. Maybe he didn't. I thought he did. Maybe.
Oh, I think his dog like attacked J-Lo's dog or something like that.
Yeah, something weird happened and it kind of made him look like a fraud.
Okay, who's another? Oh, what about the pit bull
What about the Irwin kids?
I love
brother sister
that.
hosts.
Yes.
That'd be really fun.
The Irwins.
I think they've both found love too, so they could talk about their own experiences.
Like one has a baby and the other one just got married, and they can talk about their own experiences, and then
my God, this is perfect. And they can probably help us tap into an international market.
Yes, and then they can narrate it too, like a Nat Geo style thing, where it's like the dog is approaching. And oh my God, this is such a good idea. This is oh my God.
I love this.
We gotta do this.
Great.
Single people.
And I'll be the first success story.
Yeah. You gotta get a pet.
Also, people in Portland love their dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, what you could also do is if it's people, like if both people have pets, they put them in a room and see if they get
and
along.
they maul each other. Just kidding.
I say we go around and we find single people with pets and we say, let your dog be your matchmaker. Find out if it's puppy love.
It's perfect.
Oh my God. I want to watch this show. I'd watch it.
I think it's a great idea.
All the time. Could you imagine people falling in love with their dog?
And then you can really see some little cuties too. Little pups.
Oh my God.
I'm so into this.
I love it.
I've always had a fantasy about falling in love with someone at a dog park.
I know. I've always thought, the two pinnacle ways that I think would be the best meet cutes. Cute meet cute.
Yeah, meet cute.
Is dog park.
Coffee shop
reading a book.
Yep.
And somebody's like,
oh my God, that book's so good.
Oh, I love whatever book you're reading. And then it's like, oh, hey.
I love Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that dragon smut.
Those dragons are
I'd
so
be in
sexy.
instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is that could be another.
Oh, a book one.
Yes.
What?
Like mystery book club, when they wrap the books and they give you a brief synopsis.
Oh my gosh. Half the people come with a book where they're doing that. They pick the book and then you have to go and you be like, oh, this is the book that I want.
Yes.
And then whoever was the one who decided on bringing that book is the one that you go on the date with. Oh my God. Why are these other dating shows slacking? We should truly be
because unfortunately
producers.
What sells is not cuteness, it's trash.
Nah.
But I think there's a subset of us that are evolving.
Yeah.
That would rather see actual cute, healthy things happen.
Maybe we can get what is it? Archie Productions, Meghan Markle's production company to buy into this because I think Meghan would really enjoy
Archie
this.
and Mermaid Cowgirl Productions combined, we make these.
100%.
Perfect.
Because she has a dog. Her dog's name is Guy, and I think that's so cute.
Perfect.
She's like, he's a good guy, he's a silly guy, and he's always the best guy.
The silly guy. That's sweet.
I love her.
I love this. Okay, we've got it.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
Wait.
Unfortunately, I have to go.
Yeah, you do.
So we gotta wrap her up. Got a heart out that I already bypassed.
Oh, did we really?
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go watch the Love Is Blind reunion.
Oh, you're going to go watch that show now?
Yep.
Well, the whole time you're watching the Love Is Blind reunion, just think about how great our show is
I'll take
gonna
notes
be.
of what not to do on our show.
Okay.
The reunions will be really cute too.
Oh my God. You get to see the dog and it's all
I'll just
happy.
be playing around. The dog should have GoPros on too, so you can see from their perspective meeting their future mom.
I was like, the dog's having to get kicked out of the bed.
That too.
Well, I hope you enjoy watching.
Thank you
Love Is
so
Blind
much.
reunion.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad we're finally back together.
Me too, and for a while too.
I know. Thank God.
I do leave again in 2 weeks, but only for a few days.
Well, besties, we've loved catching up with you all.
Yes, thanks for listening to our ramblings.
We will be back this time next week.
Thank goodness.
Please reach out across Instagram. Hit us up. Let us know what you think of this dog.
Yeah, let us know if you have any other show pitches that we can jump in on. Help
Pitch
make
them
come true. Yeah.
We want to hear from you. We love you all. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please rate us on all podcast platforms. Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you're my bestie. Listen to these besties.
Hey, bestie. Listen to my besties.
I'm just saying. Well, we love you, besties. Thanks for sticking with us again through another episode. You guys have all been the best community of besties. And we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, we will.
Love you.
course of recording this, I have accidentally spilled 2 full jars of water